it's time to change up these intros because they're getting so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. What is going on, rocket powered sound designers? Welcome to the best channel on YouTube for Serum tutorials. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at how to make this Rezz style bass inside of Serum, and this is what it sounds like. So really cool, meaty, thick, just deep bass all together, and it definitely sounds like something she would use in one of her tracks. I'm gonna go ahead and recreate a few of her sounds later on, but what do you say we go ahead and jump straight into the video? Now, guys, a quick little note. I read every single comment. I know that I used to respond to every single one, but I no longer can do that because now I'm uploading daily, which brings me to the next point. You know, this is Rocket Powered Sound, the only Serum tutorial channel on YouTube that uploads daily content. So hit that subscribe button if you're about that stuff. Anyways, yeah, but I read every single comment. I cannot respond to every single one because I literally get hundreds of comments every single day, and I just cannot keep up with that, if you can understand. But I do read every single comment. So if you comment something, I may not be able to respond, but I will see it. I'll see you guys, don't you worry. Anyways, let's start off with our first waveform, which is going to be on oscillator A, and actually our only waveform, and it's going to be FFT add fourths. Pretty simple. Now, you know, it says FFT. I wonder what that means. Well, if we convert this into the FFT editor, oh, well, will you look at that? It was most definitely made in the FFT editor because, let's see, there's only like 15 bins that are being filled there, so it's pretty easy to make this sound if you really wanted to. But, you know, just a quick little overview, we can see that the only full true octave bins that we're filling up here is the first fundamental frequency, which is bin 1, and then all the other ones are missed, as you can see, and we're really harping on the odd harmonics. We're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going every single fourth, and you know that's going to create pretty cool sound. That's why it says add fourths. Pretty interesting. Yeah, so anyways, creating this little shape right here sounds pretty dope. So you know what, we might as well begin our modulation here. Our low frequency oscillator settings, we could just put this on trigger, and you know, it's completely up to you. We're gonna trigger it. And this is just a shape I made. You know, it's your sound, not mine, because now you guys get to use the sound however you want. Put that rate on 1/2. That's just what I did, so I might as well just keep doing it. And then we're also gonna modulate the level, give it a little bit more movement, eh? Okay, pretty interesting. So this one is definitely an interesting sounding waveform, and since we are filling in on this first fundamental frequency, which is bin 1, which is a basic sine waveform, we do start off with our basic sine. So it is sine based, and it's got a lot of sub frequencies in it by nature. Now let's go ahead and get into our effect section. First effect on the list, we're gonna throw on our filter, and the filter is going to be the reverb filter. I know, but I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, oh great, every dubstep producer ever. But guys, this isn't dubstep, and we're using the reverb filter for good. Like I explained in one of my previous videos, you guys can either use the reverb filter for good, or you can use it for bad. It's like a double-edged sword. And today we're using it for good, all right? So, we're just gonna be modulating it back. And we're really just gonna be doing this to add in some movement into the sound, because that's really all we're doing here. We just want to give it a little bit more movement, make it sound a little bit more interesting. And that's literally all we're doing there, you know? And it doesn't have that distinct reverb sound. It's just messing with the pitch a little bit, or the perceived tone, and it sounds pretty damn good. All right, next we're gonna turn on our distortion, and we're gonna be using a downsampler to go ahead and create that high-pitched quantized sound that you'd hear. We have turned the drive around 27%. And that's literally all we're doing with the distortion. Next, the sound is really starting to come together now. We're going to turn on our compressor, and we're going to be selecting our multiband. Turn up that gain a tad. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Now, we want the sound to be a little bit more on the lower end, and we're going to be almost emulating it as if it were to be passing through a guitar amp. That's kind of similar to what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and turn on our phaser, and we're going to be dropping the phasers right down to 0 hertz. So there is absolutely no movement going on, and we can just completely have absolute control over the depth and frequency here. Turn on the depth, and we're just going to drop the frequency all the way down. If I were to turn off the phaser, turn it on, you guys can hear the effect that we're putting on here. Pretty intense. Finally, we're just going to finish off the sound with a little bit more space, where we could just easily do that by turning on our hyper. I put the hyper mix all the way up. I know, I was going a little bit crazy. I was feeling a little bit confident. Turn up the detune, and I turn up the voices to 5. Okay, it needs less detune. We're going to like 40%. And then low size, high mix as usual. So, the downsampler is a fantastic effect for these style of basses. And, Rezz actually uses the downsampler in quite a bit of her own stuff. So, and it sounds fantastic. It's great because, you could add in an extra crunch to the sound without it being too intense. So, I hope that you guys took something away from this tutorial. If you are not already subscribed and you made it to the end of the video, make sure you consider clicking that subscribe button. I'm pumping out a Serum tutorial every single day. And if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on that. Well, without further ado, guys, my name is Shane from Rocket Pirate Sound, and I will catch you guys in the next Serum tutorial.